Yes, good evening everyone. Welcome to Lukmaan IAS. This is DTRS session, Daily Takkar Rapid Series. So, daily we are discussing 10 MCQs based on yesterday's current affairs, and in the end we are compiling it into a 200 MCQ based magazine. तो दिसंबर का मैगजीन हमारे स्टूडेंट्स को हार्ड कॉपी में मिला होगा. जनवरी का मैगजीन भी अभी इस हफ्ते में आ जाएगा. तो you can download from our let's say Lukmaan IAS website also as a PDF which is freely available, and practice that at home, because whatever the current affairs we are reading, monthly booklets and all for UPSC Prelims examination, they are just we can say a part of your reading or knowledge, but we need to test that knowledge through MCQs, and this is going to help you in practicing 200 MCQs based on 1 month's current affairs. ठीक है, तो today's lead topic is short-lived climate pollutants. So there was a Clean Air Coalition conference, and that conference was let's say already UPSC has asked question on that Clean Air Coalition. So we have to address this question as it is important from environment section. But before that, what we'll do, we'll discuss one quotation which is helping us to prepare for mains examination for essay and ethics especially. Now today's quotation is like, obstacles don't block the path, they are the path. Okay, so this is important quotation, and it is also very relevant to our prelims preparation or exam preparation. Obstacles don't block the path, they are the path. How? Let's understand this. Okay, so of course when we decide any objective or aim, when we proceed towards that achieving that aim, there will be obstacles, there will be challenges. So let's say we are talking about preparation of prelims examination. So obstacles will be solving, or we can say there will be time limit, time कम है हमारे पास. Then there will be, let's say, obstacles of whether to come in Delhi and prepare in Delhi or stay at your native place. That is one of the obstacle related to, we can say, we don't have financial backing at home, and because of that also there is obstacle, or we have to, let's say, work and then prepare simultaneously. Okay, so such kind of obstacles will be there, and if we see that they are not blocking the path, if you see how the positive view. ठीक है, हमें लग सकता है कि वो obstacle मतलब they are blocking our path towards the success, but we should understand that they are the path. That means once we take a positive view of those obstacles, then we can say to overcome those obstacles, what we do, we try to enhance our skills, knowledge to overcome those obstacles, and these skills and knowledge and experience helps in future. And this is the path. That's why without obstacle, whatever the success that is achieved, that is not long-lived success. That is not going to be long-lived success. जैसे हम बोलते हैं ना कि फादर का बिजनेस बेटा संभाल रहा है, मतलब जैसे बोलते हैं ना कि खैरात में मिला हुआ है, ऐसे कहानियाँ होती है, राइट, कहावत होती है. So like that, the person is not going to manage that business properly. ठीक है, maximum time ऐसे ही होता है. So basically, unless and until you are facing the obstacles and you are not, let's say, you are overcoming them by yourself. कैसे ओवरकम करोगे आप सोचोगे, आपके स्किल्स इंप्रूव करोगे, यू विल ट्राई टू ओवरकम विद द हेल्प ऑफ अदर्स हेल्प. तो वहाँ पर आप क्या करोगे कि बाकी नई चीज़ें सीखने की कोशिश करोगे. ये सारी चीज़ होती है. सेम इज फॉर योर एग्जामिनेशन प्रिपरेशन. सो ऑब्स्टेकल्स विल बी देयर, बट हाउ यू डील विद दोज ऑब्स्टेकल्स. ठीक है, तो कुछ लोग बहुत ही पेसिमिस्ट हो जाता है ऑब्स्टेकल्स. This is problematic. One should not get pessimistic because of negative things that are happening. ठीक है, one should be optimistic, and that attitude also helps. ये तो attitude का part हो गया. The positive attitude towards life, towards we can say profession. All these helps when we talk about overcoming these obstacles. That's why we are saying that it is the path. Okay? Okay. Now let's talk about today's 10 topics and the 10 MCQs based on them. These are the topics. Let's go in detail one by one. Online students, yes, good evening everyone. Give answers to these questions simultaneously. Short-lived climate pollutant. Short-lived मतलब क्या है? They are remaining comparatively for less time in the atmosphere. Somehow they are eliminated from the atmosphere through various processes. तो उनको शॉर्ट लिव्ड क्लाइमेट पोल्यूटेंट्स बोला गया है. सो व्हाट शुड बी द आंसर? सो वी लर्न इन एनवायरमेंट सेक्शन अबाउट द लाइफ ऑफ पोल्यूटेंट्स in the atmosphere, especially of greenhouse gases, right? Like we learn that carbon dioxide about 100 years. तो ये ज़्यादा है, short lived नहीं बोल सकते हम. This is not there. But other three, you can see black carbon. Within 1 or 2 weeks, within 1 or 2 weeks, it is removed from the atmosphere or even from the surface of the earth. ठीक है, तो वो क्या हो जाता है? वेरियस प्रोसेसेस की वजह से यहाँ से रिमूव किया जाता है. तो दिस इज शॉर्ट लिव्ड. मीथेन अबाउट 12 years. Comparatively, it is 12 years. Tropospheric ozone, again, it is very less comparatively. So we can say that these three are short lived here. Now, Clean Air and Climate Coalition, CACC. This is very important because this deals with focusing on removing short-lived pollutants from the atmosphere. Short-lived pollutants from the atmosphere. Remember this. And on the sidelines of UN Environment Summit that or assembly that let's say recently happened, तो वहाँ पर एक conference इन्होंने किया था, इसलिए ये news में है. Fine. Okay. Now moving on. What about this one? Primary agriculture credit societies. क्या होना चाहिए इसका आंसर बताओ? What should be its answer? Primary agriculture credit societies, or we can say that these are basically part of India's cooperative banking structure. ठीक है, cooperative. So basically they help farmer to, you know, in terms of short term and medium term farm loans. ठीक है, specific है ये farm loans at village level or group of village level. So that is, we can say, primary agriculture credit societies. So you should know about the basics here, regulation about this. These are basically at the third tier of cooperative structure at state level. कैसे होता है बताइए? ठीक है, तो at state level there are state cooperative, ठीक है, उसके नीचे होता है डिस्ट्रिक्ट सेंट्रल कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी एंड उसके नीचे होता है पैक्स. दिस वन, प्राइमरी एग्रीकल्चर क्रेडिट सोसाइटीज, थर्ड टियर एट स्टेट लेवल. एंड दिस इज basically regulated by both state government as well as RBI. State government as well as RBI. ठीक है, तो ये याद रखना है, ये ज़्यादातर आपको पूछा जा सकता है एग्जाम में. बट दीज स्टेटमेंट्स आर प्रिटी स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड. ठीक है, तो क्या होना चाहिए इसका आंसर बताइए? दे प्ले क्रूशियल रोल इन प्रोवाइडिंग टाइमली एंड अफोर्डेबल क्रेडिट टू ऑल स्मॉल एंड मार्जिनल. जस्ट नाउ आई टोल्ड यू. They help in promoting agriculture diversification and modernization. Yes, that is true. Whatever the inputs that are there, be it mechanization of agriculture, farming, or new inputs that are required for farmers, for agriculture diversification, that is provided. They act as a bridge between farmers and government for various government schemes. This is also true. Whatever the government schemes are there, तो उनका जो भी जैसे PM किसान है, ठीक है, तो समझो PM किसान का अकाउंट जो भी होता है फार्मर का, तो ये अकाउंट्स, इनके अकाउंट्स के थ्रू ये डिपॉजिट होता है. ठीक है, सो ऑल थ्री स्टेटमेंट्स आर करेक्ट हियर अबाउट दिस पैक्स. मूविंग ऑन. Yes, what about this one? Objective of flood management and border areas program. Very simple question. Recently it was in news. This is centrally sponsored scheme, and it is implemented largely in border areas, especially for the flood management, to provide financial assistance to states for flood management. This one is correct. This has been extended for next 5 years. Its implementation is extended for next 5 years. That's why it was in news. ठीक है? All right. What about this one? ये न्यूज में था, नॉर्डिक बाल्टिक कोऑपरेशन, इनको क्या बोला गया है? NB8. NB8 वॉज इन न्यूज. एडिटोरियल पेज पे कल जो है न्यूज था, न्यूज आर्टिकल था. NB8, द रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स फ्रॉम दीज NB8 कंट्रीज पार्टिसिपेटेड इन द रायसीना डायलॉग in Delhi recently happened, and that's why it is in news. What is NB8? This is called Nordic Baltic Cooperation. These 8 countries are there. Among these 8 countries, 5 are Nordic countries and 3 are Baltic countries. Baltic countries जो है, जैसे हम देखते हैं लिथुआनिया, लाटविया, वो वाले जो है इस साइड में, रशिया के साइड में, वो क्या है, हम बोल सकते हैं बाल्टिक कंट्रीज है. नॉर्डिक नॉर्थ साइड में हम देखते हैं फिनलैंड, स्वीडन, नॉर्वे, आइसलैंड, which one is remaining? फिनलैंड, स्वीडन, नॉर्वे, आइसलैंड एंड डेनमार्क. ठीक है, ये 5 जो है नॉर्डिक कंट्रीज बोलते हैं हम इनको. ठीक है, और इस साइड से फिनलैंड से नीचे से लाटविया, लिथुआनिया एंड वन इज, लेट मी टेल यू, yes, Latvia, Lithuania and Estonia. Yes, Estonia. You can see the map of all these countries. This is NB8. ठीक है. Now, first one is incorrect. The annual meetings of prime ministers and foreign ministers serve as the main format of cooperation for these. This one is correct, we can say. So answer will be B here. Now, moving on. What about this one? All India Household Consumption Expenditure Survey was recently done. Its data was made public and that's why it is in news. तो क्या होना चाहिए? Correct statement we have to identify. It is conducted by Niti Aayog. So many times we are concerned about, which particular entity is conducting any survey. But whenever we talk about Household Consumption Expenditure Survey, it is carried out by National Statistic Office, or we can say NSO. ठीक है, NSO कंडक्ट करता है, नॉट नीति आयोग. इट इज अ थिंक टैंक. दिस वन इज इनकरेक्ट. एज पर द लेटेस्ट फाइंडिंग्स, द प्रोपोर्शन ऑफ स्पेंडिंग ऑन फूड हैज इंक्रीज्ड इन बोथ रूरल एंड अर्बन एरियाज. लेट मी टेल यू द कॉन्सेप्ट हियर दैट whenever there is economic growth and spread of prosperity, that we at present believe that India is a growing country, so both urban and rural areas are growing. So whenever there is increase of income, even at household level, the spending of that income on food products is proportionately decreasing. Proportionately I am saying. समझो मैं इस महीने 1000 इनकम है मेरा, तो 1000 में से मैं जो है 400 रुपीज मेरा खाने में जा रहा है, समझो, फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई एम टेकिंग. बट लेट्स से आफ्टर 1 ईयर मेरा इनकम 10,000 हो रहा है, तो क्या मैं वैसे 4000 का खाना खाऊंगा? मेरा पेट तो सेम रहेगा ना, तो मेरा खाने का अमाउंट जो है उतना ही मैं खाऊंगा. ठीक है, थोड़ा बहुत बढ़ेगा खर्चा, बट ऑफ कोर्स प्रोपोर्शनेटली इट विल डिक्लाइन. पहले प्रोपोर्शनेटली काफी ज्यादा था, अभी प्रोपोर्शन इनकम से कम रहेगा. सो दिस स्टेटमेंट इज सेइंग इंक्रीज्ड. इट इज श्योरली गोइंग टू डिक्रीज इन बोथ केसेस. ठीक है, तो ये इनकरेक्ट स्टेटमेंट है. आप लॉजिक से भी इसको सॉल्व कर सकते हैं, एंड दिस वन इज आंसर. ठीक है, राइट. व्हाट अबाउट दिस वन? पापा. It was in news. Plasma analyzer package for Aditya. one of the payloads of Aditya L1 spacecraft. So we had launched this Aditya L1 spacecraft, and it has successful, it has given data about how coronal mass ejections and solar storms, solar flares are affecting and their nature. So it was in news, and this has been analyzed by this PAPA payload, plasma analyzer package for Aditya, and it is having two kinds of sensors. One is sweep. Let me tell you that. One is sweep, that is solar wind electron energy probe, and other is solar wind ion composition analyzer, SWICAR. So it is basically analyzing all these solar wind electrons and ions. So look at fourth statement, solar wind electrons and ions within the low energy range. So D is the correct answer here, right? So space technology, be prepared with such questions. Now moving on, FRP, fair and remunerative price. Yes, basics you should know that the way MSP is announced for different food grains, food crops, FRP is announced especially for sugarcane. And same entities, CACP is deciding or recommending that. Commission on Agriculture Cost and Prices, it recommends. And who announced that? Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs. Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs announces that. So already UPSC has asked question on this one. Now FRP, which of the following, or how many of the factors mentioned above are considered for announcing this? So CACP takes into consideration various factors like cost of production of sugarcane, availability of sugar to consumers at fair price, recovery of sugar from the sugarcane, reasonable margins for growers, sugarcane on account of risk and profits, price of sugar in the international market. This international component is not taken into consideration, and that's why out of 5 given, only 4 are, we can say, factors considered here. There are other factors also, but international market wala jo hai prices nahi hai usme. Okay, so what should be the answer here? Now basics of this one also you should know, that this FRP, at this FRP, the sugar mills are supposed to buy this sugarcane from the farmers, and whatever the laws or whatever that FRP, whatever the amount of subsidy that is provided by the government, that goes to mills, sugar mills. ठीक है, sugar mills के जाता है, डायरेक्ट farmers को नहीं मिलता है वो. ठीक है, तो ये आपको पता होना चाहिए. What about this one? How many of the above are the applications of precision farming or precision agriculture? Precision agriculture talks about, we can say, efficient utilization of resources, use of technology like sensors, we can say, then micro irrigation. ये सारी चीज़ें इसमें इन्वॉल्व है प्रिसीजन फार्मिंग में. सो लाइक वेदर मॉनिटरिंग, बिकॉज ऑफ दैट इट विल बी हेल्पफुल फॉर द फार्मर्स टू टेक सर्टन एक्शंस. Equipment management, again resource efficiency. Soil sampling and analysis, this is also use of technology. Agriculture mapping and field scouting, this is also, we can say, part of a surveying and data analysis. ये सारा precision agriculture का part है, हम बोल सकते हैं. All 4 is the correct answer. Whenever we write in mains examination the way forward for agriculture sector problem, we mention precision farming or precision agriculture. ठीक है? Okay. What about this one? Recently, a language atlas has been released by one of the important institute, and that's why this question, linguistic diversity of India. As per the population census data 2011, more than 95% of the Indian population speaks one of the Schedule 8 languages. ठीक है, Schedule 8 languages. So this data is correct. If any language is spoken by less than 10,000 person, it is not considered as scheduled or non-scheduled language included in the census. This one is also correct. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पर उन्होंने कैटेगराइजेशन करके रखा है सेंसस में. If people are speaking, only less than 10,000 people are speaking a certain language, they are not categorized, that language is not categorized as scheduled or non-scheduled language. ठीक है, तो we can say this one is also correct. Answer becomes C here. Okay, yes. So language is important part of cultural heritage. IGNCA, Indira Gandhi National Center for Arts, it has released this language atlas. ठीक है. The last question for today, these conferences recently in news and for what purpose they are. So correctly matched. International Purple Fest. तो Purple Fest and Purple Revolution ये अलग बात है. ठीक है, तो Purple Revolution is related to lavender cultivation. Purple Fest is related to inclusiveness. Promoting inclusiveness, like we have appropriate public infrastructure for Divyang people so that they are able to access this. This showcased talents of Divyangjan. This happened in Goa, Panji. First International Purple Festival. Bharat Tex is going to happen in, we can say, Bharat Mandapam, New Delhi. ठीक है, focus on entire textile value chain. ठीक है, तो this one is correct. Shri Anna Conference 2023. Shri Anna has been given a tag to millets. ठीक है, millets को Shri Anna बोला गया है. Promotion and awareness of millets. So this one is correct. You should know that Shri Anna किसको बोला गया है? Millets, because of their nutrition and because how it is helping farmers. It is also environment friendly. तो ये तीनों के तीनों statements, pairs सही है, correctly matched है. So C is the correct answer, right? Okay, so these are the 10 MCQs for today. Any question? All right, let us stop then. Fine.